Hey ladies, it's Ariane, and I just wanted to give you a really quick update, and this is going to be kind of a TMI update, but this morning, it is Saturday, this morning when, or not even, wasn't even this morning, just like maybe like early afternoon, a couple minutes ago, I went to the bathroom and I wiped, and like I had mentioned that I had been spotting, and that my midwife wasn't really too concerned about it, and it was really faint, very, very faint spotting. Like sometimes all it is just a little bit of a, like a tan color in the discharge, that's it. Other times it's been a little heavier, but the last day it's actually been pretty light. But anyway, sorry, my daughters are coming in from playing outside, and they're miserable. Anyway, what? I got burgers. Okay, come on and take your stuff off and we'll wipe your nose. Anyway, so when I wiped, there was like flesh. It looked like skin, like looked like chicken skin on the toilet paper, and it was very odd. And I will show it to you because I saved it because it's that odd. They and I like looked at it and I was like, that's not a blood clot. And I thought, you know, maybe it was just toilet paper, because like sometimes you get toilet paper that doesn't, like you don't wipe correctly or something. I don't know. Again, TMI. But like you're nervous. Like I'm like looking at it going, is that toilet paper? Is it skin? And I am 99% sure it's some sort of a flesh. I don't know what it is. Anyway, I'll show you. I will, I did save it, and there's two of them, if you can see, and they are almost very oddly, I don't know if you can see, oddly identical. They don't look like any body part or anything like that, and I know that they're not a body part. Anyway, I don't know, really freaked me out. I called my midwife because it's a Saturday. She's not in the office. Hold on a second. Let me fit. Yep, hold on one second, and yes, you can color.
Please get them out.
I said hold on a second. I'm sorry. I'm like really. It's just been, it was a really crappy day before that happened. It was a really crappy night. I shouldn't even say that with my children in the room. It's just been a really rough morning on 1,000 different levels, and then that happened. And seriously, I was like, I'm going to do everything I can right now to not bust into tears. So if I'm snapping at my children, that's why I've just kind of like, I've hit my wall, and I've hit my wall with them. Anyway, so I called my midwife. And she wasn't in the office, obviously, but I guess they were having like a birthing class today, and so she had another midwife that works with her, or works in the same birth center. She's willing to see me, and so I'm gonna go in here in about 30 minutes, maybe. I'll go 40 minutes. I'll go in and talk to her, and when I first got off the phone with her, she said, let me call this other midwife and I'll call you back. I was like trying so hard not to cry, and I got off the phone. I'm like, don't cry, Ariane, she's gonna call you back. And so I laid on the bed just to like, I was thinking like, I felt my baby kick this morning, didn't I? Didn't I feel her kick this morning? I thought I felt her kick this morning. So like I laid on the bed and I was like feeling my stomach just to feel her kick, and I didn't feel her kick. And so I started just like, started beating on my belly and was like slapping it and trying to make noise and like pushing on it. And I did that for about, no, it seemed like an eternity, but I would say about 3 minutes, and I was like praying and praying and praying, and I was like talking to her, and finally I did feel her kick, and oh, what an amazing feeling that was, because for the maybe 2 minutes or 3 minutes that she didn't kick, I just had this empty, hollow feeling like, what if she is gone? And I should mention, I watched a movie. It wasn't a movie, it was like a TV show. It's called My Pregnancy, I think. And I'll go more into it later, but it talked, this woman had this crazy, crazy experience. She got pregnant at 40, and she was beautiful, and she had Ann Geddes do some maternity pictures of her. And it showed the maternity pictures, and they like interviewed Ann Geddes, and they interviewed this lady, and then like 3 days later, her baby died. Her little girl died. I'm guessing she never really said how far along she was. Hey, stop it. She never said how far along she was, but I'm guessing she was like 30 weeks is my guess.
Sorry.
I'm gonna send some girls to timeout.
No.
I will do it.
Please cuddle.
I said, hold on a second.
And I want to cuddle right now.
Anyway, she lost the baby at like 30 weeks. And it really freaked me out. She went into the whole experience and the whole labor and delivery and everything. It was a really inspiring story, really, because the lady was amazing. And her attitude, and actually she did get pregnant later. It was really awesome, but like, it really freaked me out. It just made me go, wow, I'm so grateful that like, this baby's kicking and this baby's alive. And so this morning, I was feeling the baby and I was like, oh my gosh, what if I'm that woman? What if I just happened to see that little TV show like on purpose? But feeling her kick was the most beautiful feeling in the world. So whatever's going on, she still has a heartbeat and she feels healthy and she's moving. So my midwife called me back and she said this other midwife can see me, and she said she thinks that maybe it's a blood clot, and I am positive this is not a blood clot. I know what a blood clot would look like. This, as you saw, if you could see it all, it's flesh colored. So she suggested it might be a little part of the placenta. I don't even know. The odd thing to me is that they seem, there's two separate pieces and they seem somewhat identical. I don't even know. Maybe it's totally chance that they happen to be that way, but I don't know. I'm trying really hard not to freak out, but anyway, it's 11:30, so in a half hour I will go see my midwife, do my first pelvic exam at 23 weeks. This is very odd, and I just can't imagine what it could be. And I just hope everything's okay. Whatever is going on, the little thing is kicking. So she's been kicking, and she's pretty active too. So anyway, so I will go ahead and just update you when I get back from my midwife appointment. Okay, bye. Hey ladies, I just got back from the midwife. It actually wasn't my midwife, it was a different midwife that kind of works in the same building, but her and her assistant, basically I showed them the pieces and they agreed it is flesh. They didn't think it looked like placenta, or they didn't know what it was. And they said the only time they've ever seen something like that is when there's a miscarriage involved. So they checked the baby's heartbeat and it was 140 and she was moving, and they were very happy about that. And so they were just really happy that she was moving, as of course I was. They did a pelvic exam and I am like a centimeter, I think, dilated, but I'm not at all effaced, and so only the beginning of the cervix is dilated, but she doesn't think it goes all the way through. But she didn't want to check because it could make me dilate all the way in. So what else? She asked if I wanted to get an ultrasound today. I'd have to go to the hospital, and she said she thinks that because I'm not cramping and I don't have any pain and the baby's healthy so far, she said she didn't think that. She talked to my midwife and they all kind of just agreed that there was nothing that an ultrasound could do other than just confirm that the baby's alive and that there's a heartbeat. But they really wouldn't be able to see anything else, and so I'm not going to go get an ultrasound if it's not going to do anything. She did say that Debbie, my actual midwife, wants to go ahead and do an ultrasound on Monday. And I'm not sure if she meant this Monday, because if she did, I guess she'll call me Monday and say, okay, go make an ultrasound appointment, but she hasn't said that. I do have an ultrasound in 2 weeks scheduled on Monday, so maybe she was referring to that Monday. And so I think that's what she was referring to, that I already have one scheduled on a Monday, but it's like in 2 weeks. So unless my midwife calls me and says she wants me to get an ultrasound done on Monday, because I would have to get, the referral in order to do it anyway, so she'd have to communicate with me that that's what we're doing. I'm not going to worry about it. Sorry, again, memory card died. I am just, it's not my day today. I hope it's all of your ladies' day, because I just don't feel like it's my day today. So basically, I'm just not gonna do anything about it unless I'm sure my midwife will call me Monday and see how I'm feeling. But really, they were very hopeful. They were very interested. They thought it was an interesting thing to happen. But, you know, I talked to them about my previous pregnancies and how this was different and how I had been in touch with my midwife, and they just said, you know, just keep doing what you're doing. That it didn't sound like, because I'm not in pain and I don't have any cramping, and so they were very hopeful. They were all very hopeful. They weren't too concerned. I am on what did she call it? I think she called it pelvic bed rest, which I'm guessing is like normal bed rest. I don't know. I am not allowed to have sex and heavy lifting, because I did tell her I have been lifting a lot more than I think probably I should be, and I've been doing a lot more physical, just like bending over and doing things around the house, and a lot more physical labor than I should be doing. Wow, this camera weighs a lot. And so she put me on pelvic bed rest, and I didn't think about it at the time, but as I was driving away, I'm like, but how long does this bed rest last? Like, how long am I going to be on pelvic bed rest? And is that the kind of bed rest where you can't really do anything and you're really supposed to take things easy? I don't know. I didn't get that information, so I guess I'll talk to my midwife at some point and find out when I'm allowed to have sex again. Yay! But I guess I kind of have an excuse to take it easy, but I think that's going to drive me crazy, honestly. This is not... I don't know. I don't know how women do it when you have 2 children already and you are supposed to not do anything. Anyway, okay, so I'm done with my rant. I guess I'll be taking it easy, kind of. And I'll update you in a couple days. So, okay, bye.